Hey Sinead,
Hi, Ciara.
welcome to NADUIR. Today is the 11th of May, and we're going to be chatting about the clinics, the classes, just the general events that are happening here in NADUIR at the moment.
Yes, it's really exciting. Actually, it's a really, really busy week. Not unlike
Yeah,
other weeks, but a really
yeah,
busy week.
yeah.
So you moved studios this week.
Yeah, so now I'm out in my yoga studio. We put down a new wooden floor in here, and so I started in that corner, and then I went to this wall, and now I'm in this window. And so yeah, so it's very nice. It's still battling light, but it's getting easier. I'm learning as I go about exposure and about lighting and all these different things. So yeah, I'm really pleased. It's very nice to be in a smaller room actually than the main house. It's very lovely. It's
Mhm.
very nice. Also to be back in my yoga home is very lovely.
Yes. Oh, it's lovely. I've had some lovely classes there in the past. So,
Hmm.
and you said during the week it's been a year since you broke your leg.
Yeah, so I broke my leg on the 16th of May last year. And so it was a very interesting and very rich journey. Um, and so I broke it on the Friday, the 16th of May. And then on the Monday, I began teaching yoga again. And it was this whole understanding that I could move and really mind myself in my movement. And that
Mhm.
created a foundation or a groundstone for my practice in what I teach. And it was what I was saying for years, but then I got to really practice and live that sense of the only go as far as my wellness moves in. And yeah, it was really amazing. And so it's wonderful marking the year and just feeling how well my leg is and how well it's recovered. And yeah, it's been a wonderful year. It was a very rich year. There was moments where of despair. Just the discomfort was, yeah, it was the first time I ever broke my leg. But it was a very rich year of learning.
That's amazing. And we're on day 11 of breath.
Yeah, breath is very interesting. I really like, I say things like, I don't have a clue about breath in the way that I haven't really a very set, I do this thing and I only do this thing with breath.
Mhm.
I'm I try different things. Different things are appropriate for different places in my practice, depending on the day of the week or what I'm doing or how I'm moving. I'll change it, I'll alter it. And so yeah, experimenting or deepening and listening to what is breath in my practice, and then
Mhm.
discovering that with all of my students as well is very exciting. And there's quite a lot of collaboration in the way that I'm getting feedback. People are telling me how they're
Mhm.
getting on, and I'm allowing that is drawing us deeper into breath as we move through the month.
Yes. And next month.
Yeah, begin. So begin yoga with Ciara is next month, and I'm really looking forward to going back to the foundations, back to the deep ground of the work, and to travel through, that sense of repeating foundations and establishing the intentions. And yeah, that's very cool. So there's going to be 21 days in June, and we're going to finish on the summer solstice, and then we'll have 10 days off at the end of June. And yeah, so begin yoga with Ciara. So back to foundations, back to just the beginning, and it'll be a slow and mindful month. So I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. That's great. And so all your clinics are starting back up.
Yeah, it's so exciting. So clinics, they were, they've been closed. And so, yeah, so all the clinics are more or less up and running again. And so if you have attended clinics here in the past with different therapists, then please do contact them and they will tell you, what's happening or what they're doing or the times that they're running their clinics at. And yeah, it was just glorious. Yesterday, it was just this sense of this really wonderful, yeah, there's a certain buzz to the place when there's clinics running.
Mhm.
And yeah, we're really pleased. It's very exciting to be back up and running with clinics again. And
That's
yeah, and
great.
the house enjoys it. It likes it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. And I can see lots of people in the background.
Yeah, so we're painting the house, the outside of the house. And so we decided on mid-May because chances are the weather might be nice. And so far we've been really lucky. It rained yesterday morning and yesterday evening, but we got a really good chunk of painting in the middle. And then, yeah, we washed the house over the weekend. We'd wash all the soffit, I think it's called, and then all the wooden paneling. And so we have quite big chunks of it done now, which is quite amazing. And so we have some friends here painting with us, and it's really exciting. It feels like a really fresh start, and a sense of yeah, just solid. It feels beautiful painting the house. And it looks beautiful. Oh my God, it looks amazing. Yeah, it looks amazing.
Well, yeah, it's one of those jobs you don't notice how really badly it needs to be done until you start it.
Yeah, yeah. And even just the cleaning, after we'd cleaned the house, we are like, wow, already that makes a big difference. We got a really cool power hose. So I think we're going to be power hosing the house a little bit more than what we did before. And yeah, it just looks so beautiful and crisp, and it's very nice. There's this sense of a really deep spring clean about the place, you know. So yeah, it's lovely. It's very nice.
That's great. And Josef's got lots of Soma Breath going on at the moment.
Yeah, he does. He's been doing these amazing webinars for kind of orientated towards specifically craniosacral therapists. So deeper into the anatomy and physiology of what the breath does in the face, and how breath happens through the nostrils and down, you know, and all these ways of regulating breath, and how it forms us in such a really very deep way. And so he starts his 8-day re-education of breath on Sunday, the 16th. And that will, yeah, it looks like such a beautiful program. So there's people from America. It's quite a big chunk of people from America in that, because Josef presented to the North American CranioSacral Foundation or Association, and there's a chunk of people coming in from America on it, and then there's the local people who are also attending. So yeah, and that's over 8 days, and there's recording every day, and there's 2 Zoom meetings and a one-on-one session. So it's very much at your own time, except for the 2 Zoom meetings. Everything is based on when you do it, and typically the practices are something like around 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so, and yeah, it's a really beautiful practice. Such a deepening into the breath, and deepening into how it affects our nervous system, and how to regulate our nervous system. And yeah, it's lovely. It's very nice.
That's great. And so the webinar was last Thursday, but if anybody wants a recording, you can send me an email on info@nadur.com and I can send you a recording.
Awesome. So cool.
And your potatoes, I saw that you were covering them up.
Yeah, so the potatoes don't like frost, and courgettes don't like frost. Tomatoes, all those like they're are they nightshades? I wonder. I don't know. So I put down cardboard, and then we put down plastic over that, because there was maybe 4 nights of really deep frost here. And then now it's amazing, like because it was very wet. Potatoes love water. It's a good thing they live in Ireland. And so they're just really blossoming now. There was a good drenching there last week after the frost. And then now the sunshine, and yeah, they look great. They look like very yummy potatoes already.
Great.
It's very nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to trying them.
You actually will probably get to try them, which is very cool. It's really exciting.
Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Anything else?
So have you been listening to anything or reading anything interesting this week?
Yes, I've been listening to this really interesting audiobook. It's How to Do the Work. And it's just a really interesting one. It's written by a psychologist. And she had a crisis in her life, and then she had to start reflecting on different things. And just very interesting. Like a lot of the stuff we talk about in craniosacral, things about the polyvagal theory by Stephen Porges, different ways of acknowledging how events in our life have an impact on our nervous system. It's just a really interesting book about early experience and how it forms us in such a profound way. But what I'm really enjoying is that her languaging is very beautiful, and her way of saying it is very kind and soft. And so it's really, really interesting. So How to Do the Work, it's just newly released, maybe 2 months ago it came out. And yeah, it's very enriching to listen to it. I was painting and listening to it going, wow, this is so cool. This is like, yeah, it was really great. It was really nice. Highly recommended. Yeah, highly recommended.
Great. Well, I think we're up to date.
Isn't that cool? That's so lovely.
That is very cool.
So yeah, so the sky is blue. It's quite windy here, and I'm making lunch, so I'm gonna go finish the lunch. And
Great.
thanks for joining me, Sinead.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's great. And so in the next few days, we're going to be launching Begin for next month. And Ciara's secret project as well is going to be
Yes.
dropping in the next week or so.
Yeah.
So we're all very excited about that. So keep
Yeah.
your eyes on our social media, and we will send you all an email to let you know about it.
Yeah. It's very exciting. It's a
Yeah.
a project that feels like there's a great depth to it, and yeah, it's very exciting. So be well, and I will see you all soon, I hope.
Yes.
And yeah, it's just really lovely. It's very lovely. There's lovely possibilities, and yeah, it's nice. There's a nice feeling coming in for the next while.
Yes.
So enjoy swimming, cycling, walking, yoga, whatever floats your boat. And it doesn't matter what it is, but just make sure you're doing it. We all need to build our resources to stay well. And building and cultivating our resources is a practice that we each commit to in our daily lives. And so do your stuff and be well. Okay? So great. Ciao for
Cool.
now.
Ciao for now.
Yeah.